18th February targeted members of the Gikuyu, Embu, and Meru. Again, on the 5th of March, in Roysambu, brutal demolition took place, again targeted the members of the Gikuyu, Embu, and Meru. On 8th March 2026, again, at Uhuru Market, the Mount Kenya traders were targeted. This is persecution of a community, it is ethnic profiling, and it is unacceptable. These actions are not only insensitive to the economic realities facing millions of Kenyans, but also raise serious questions about fairness, consistency, and the true motives behind the enforcement exercise. We are well informed of other targeted areas of demolitions that are predominantly Kikuyu, Meru, and Embu traders. These include Tsunami Market in Starehe constituency, Nyayo Market, Kamukuji Market, Ikoba Market, Molem, and Sete Cotton. We have information that William Ruto has ordered persecution of the Gikuyu, Embu, and Meru in Nairobi through brutal, inhuman evictions carried out at night and supervised by armed police officers. If the demolitions are genuine, why are they done under the cover of darkness? If it is genuine that public land and spaces should be vacated, why is Western Hotel standing tall on KCAA land and other properties owned by corrupt city officials and national politicians not touched? This double standard exposes a troubling pattern where the law appears harsh on the weak and strangely hesitant when it comes to powerful interest. Justice must never operate on the principle of strength versus weakness. The rule of law demands consistency. Is structure sitting on road reserves demolished? Why is the law being applied selectively and targeting the Kikuyu, the Meru, and the Embu? What is good for the goose must indeed be good for the gator. We have intelligence information that President William Ruto has vowed to displace the Gema community that has a big vote in Nairobi by destroying their businesses and sending them back to the rural areas to deny them an opportunity to participate in the next general election within the county of Nairobi. And if William Ruto thinks and believes that his only problem in the country is the Mount Kenya communities, then he doesn't know what is happening in the rest of the country. It is not just the people of the Mount Kenya community that have a problem with this government, but the whole country. Targeting the Mount Kenya people is unacceptable, and we shall fight it at the risk of being called tribal. We have also information that Governor Sakaja has ordered that business people and contractors who have rendered services to the county government of Nairobi and come from the Gikuyu, Embu, and Meru communities should not be paid. They have been struggling for the last 3 years with pending bills, and this community has been targeted for impoverishment and being denied their rightful dues after doing work with the county government of Nairobi. At a time when Kenyans are struggling with a harsh economic climate, destroying modest businesses of ordinary traders without offering viable alternatives is both unjust and deeply irresponsible by this brutal regime. These traders represent the backbone of our informal economy. They are not criminals. They are hardworking citizens striving to feed their families under extremely difficult circumstances. For once, be mindful of the hustler whose healthcare, education, and no other systems you have destroyed, and they are crying in great pain and anguish in a bottomless economic abyss. How do you feel or even sleep at night when women and children are crying in the cold rain season? And just the other day, you butchered hundreds of Gen Zs and others ordered to be shot on the legs. What is even more troubling is the glaring selectivity in the application of the demolition orders. While the government moves with remarkable speed and force against kiosks and small stores owned by struggling one inch from the Mount Kenya region, other large and well-known establishments that sit on contested public land remain conspicuously untouched and rarely discussed in the same breath? Why can this remarkable government energy be used to unlock drainage in Nairobi and streamline disaster management in our cities? Selective enforcement undermines public trust, fuels perceptions of political victimization, and deepens ethnic and social tensions in our country. Kenya cannot afford governance that appears punitive to the poor while protective of the rich and powerful. I therefore call upon the relevant authorities to immediately halt these demolitions and subject the entire exercise to a transparent and fair review. Any enforcement of planning regulations must be humane, lawful, and uniformly applied across the board, from the smallest roadside store to the most prominent commercial establishment, and all grabbed public property. Kenya is a nation governed by the rule of law, not by selective convenience for political ends. Asante sana. Sawa sawa. Do we have a lot of people? Yeah? Nĩ ũndũ wa mbara ĩrĩa yerekeirio nyũmba itũ ya Gĩkũyũ na Mũmbi, Agĩkũyũ, andũ a Meru na andũ a Embu nĩ mahũrĩtwo mbara nene mũno gũkũ mũciĩ wa Nairobi nĩ thirikari ya William Ruto na Governor Sakaja, na kũnyamario nĩ ũndũ wa indo ciao kũmomorwo mweri 18 mweri wa kerĩ kũrĩa Gĩthũrai. Andũ a nyũmba ĩno itũ nĩ mahũrirwo na indo ciao ikĩanangwo ũtukũ nĩ thirikari marũgamĩrĩirwo nĩ thigari mweri 5 mweri wa gatatũ kũrĩa Roysambu. Ningĩ andũ a nyũmba ĩno, andũ a Meru, andũ a Embu na Agĩkũyũ nĩo mahũrirwo. Ningĩ mweri 8 kũrĩa Uhuru Market nĩo marahũrirwo. Nĩ tũkinyĩirwo nĩ ũhoro atĩ nĩ kũbangĩtwo o rĩngĩ andũ a nyũmba ĩno mahũrwo kũrĩa Tsunami Market, Starehe, Nyayo Market, Kamukunji Market, Gĩkomba Market, Molem na City Court. Na gũtirĩ andũ angĩ marahũrwo Nairobi, no nyũmba ĩno ĩrahũrwo na kũnyarirwo. Andũ a nyũmba ĩno itũ nĩo mathurire William Ruto, nĩo mathurire Johnson Sakaja, na magarũrũkĩte maramahũra ta nyamũ cia gĩthaka. Indo ciao ikahũrwo tuku, ikanangwo, na twĩna riboti atĩ marendwo mathame Nairobi nĩ ũndũ wa gĩthurano gĩkĩroka macoke gĩcagi. Wenda kwĩra William Ruto na andũ acio mathama macoke gĩcagi makamũingata kuma kũu gĩcagi. Na nĩ tũroria nĩkĩ aroria nyũmba ĩno itũ, tondũ andũ arĩa angĩ matirorio. Nyũmba cia itonga cia hakuhĩ na rũĩ gũtirĩ mũndũ ũraciũria. Ona mũkawa wa Ruto kĩwanja kĩu kĩairwo kuma andũ a airport KC